Think you have to give up sweets to lose weight? Think again. What if I told you there's actually a way to have your cake and eat it too? Watch on as I share 5 delicious dessert swaps that will help you enjoy a tasty treat while staying on track with your weight loss goals. If this is the first time you've seen me or clicked on one of my videos, I'm Dr. Ashley. I'm a weight loss expert and the founder of PhD Weight Loss, where we've helped over 7,200 people drop over 260,000 pounds across the US. And my goal is to help you get the science-backed information you need to actually lose the weight, keep it off, and live the best life possible. Remember to subscribe to my channel here and give the video a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell as well so you never miss a new video. What could be some swaps for candy and sweets? Instead of reaching for the candies, which are full of refined sugar and artificial ingredients, go for the dark chocolate that's 70% cacao or higher. It's rich in antioxidants and it's lower in sugar. You can also make some homemade treats like dark chocolate covered blueberries or strawberries. And if you're looking for some lower sugar gummies, if you just love those chewy gummies, the brand that I prefer is Smart Sweet. It still does spike your blood glucose levels. I was wearing a continuous glucose monitor and eating these guys, and I still saw a significant spike upwards, but definitely not as much as I would see if I ate regular gummy bears or like sour gummy worms. And they are pretty darn tasty, so you could check those out. All right, let's say that you want to experiment with letting go of ice cream, swapping it out with something that's not quite as high in sugar. You could swap it out for a homemade version by blending some cottage cheese. I would get full fat or low fat, good quality cottage cheese. Add in some berries, a dash of monk fruit, and a splash of heavy cream. Mix it all together and then freeze it for about 2 to 3 hours, and it turns out to be a very creamy, healthy, high protein dessert. Alternatively, you could get some full fat or low fat plain Greek yogurt and mix it with berries and add your monk fruit or honey, and that will give you a really delicious treat that I love that has protein and probiotics in it. You could also get what our clients at PhD Weight Loss love to do is they get some plain full fat or low fat Greek yogurt. They have their favorite flavored protein powder. I like the Truline brand. Their strawberry flavor is really great, but a lot of our clients like peanut butter chocolate flavor. They add it to the Greek yogurt, mix it up, put it in a freezer for a little bit, and then bring it out, and it's pretty darn delicious and super high in protein. You could also experiment with the Ninja Creamy. I'm not an expert at these recipes yet, but there is a cottage cheese protein recipe that you can create similar to what I provided up above, and you can just Google that, and it will give you a nice recipe, and you mix it all together, put it in the Ninja Creamy, freeze it for about 24 hours, and then blend it, and it is pretty darn delicious. Let's say you're wanting a swap for some kind of snack bar, the granola bar, Nutri-Grain bar, protein bars, because these have a ton of sugar in them and a lot of artificial ingredients. They look like they might be healthy, but they're not. The Lara bars, for example, have the equivalent of 5 teaspoons of sugar in one bar. Instead, the brands that I would suggest you go toward might be Fit Crunch, Fulfill, or Power Crunch bars because they provide more protein and less sugar in them. Some common swaps that you could look into if you just love sugary drinks like sodas, Gatorades, or juices. The sugary drinks like these can be a major source of empty calories, and it's important to look at those. Again, they're going to spike your blood sugar levels. They're going to spike insulin, which is a fat storage hormone. So if you're consuming these regularly, you're going to have chronically elevated levels of blood glucose and insulin, and that is not good for your health or your waistline. Instead, you could look for swapping them out with sparkling water and a splash of lemon or lime juice. Zevia, if you really want something sweet, is sweetened with stevia. You could make an herbal tea as a great alternative. You could do it hot or cold. And interestingly enough, if you add a pinch of salt to a sweet tea that's not sweetened with anything, but say like a raspberry tea, it actually makes it taste sweeter. For a fun twist, you could make a mocktail like with a strawberry sparkling water that has no sweetener and then add a dash of your favorite electrolytes. I love to get the strawberry sparkling water with no sweetener and then add a dash of Dr. Ashley Wellness Strawberry Paradise electrolyte. It is really refreshing and super tasty without the added sugar. Okay, let's say you just love peanut butter, and as a dessert, you go for the peanut butter, maybe peanut butter with chocolate chips. Peanut butter often contains a lot of added sugars and oils. Let's say you're not willing to give peanut butter up. You want to make sure that, again, you look at the ingredient list, because oftentimes there's going to be sugar or oils added into it. Instead, you want to make sure that it's just peanut butter and salt. So go ahead, look at the ingredient list of your favorite peanut butter and make sure it's just the nuts and the salt. In general, though, peanut butter isn't the best option. It's also a trigger food. And what I mean by that is it's really hard to just eat 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of the thing. It's not very filling. The salt is delicious. It's creamy, and it's just a perfect combination to eat the whole jar. So I would recommend that if you're looking to drop weight, to let go of the peanut butter. Peanut butter, by the way, is not a good protein source. So many of us think that we're consuming a lot of protein when we're eating peanut butter, but it's really a fat source, which is fine. But again, it's a trigger food and it's really easy to overconsume. So what you could do is you could look up some recipes for fat bombs. You can combine, sometimes it's a nut butter, sometimes it's cream cheese with strawberries, for example, and some monk fruit. That's an example of one. You could do a little bit of peanut butter with dark chocolate if you feel like you can handle the nut butter and not overconsume. And then you drop that combination into ice cube trays and you freeze it. And if you find that you can eat those in moderation, say 1 fat bomb, maybe a max of 2 fat bombs after a good dinner, and that does the trick for you, then that could be a good option. If you feel you can have just 1 or 2 of these fat bombs and not eat the whole tray, then that could be a good dessert swap for you. So there you have it. Some easy dessert swaps that should make a big difference in your overall wellness. Let me know which ones of these you're going to try in the comments below, or if you have any great, delicious dessert swaps that you want to share with this community. And if you want some more tips specifically on how to lose that excess fat weight, download my step-by-step weight loss guide. The link is in the description. See you next time.